In the lush landscape of Sheema District in southwestern Uganda lies a nature wonder treasured by locals and visitors alike. The Kitagata Hot Springs are located in Chirembo 2 village, Marembo ward within Kitagata Town Council. They have long been celebrated for their warm, mineral-rich waters that many believe possess healing properties.
In that water, there are more than 15 minerals. A few of them I can mention. There is iodine, there is magnesium, there is sulfate.
It cures some diseases, not all, especially skin diseases, wounds.
For generations, people have traveled from all over the country, seeking relief from various ailments in these warm springs, spending days bathing in them to experience their supernatural benefits.
It has worked like a hospital, I would say.
Guno mulundi gwange gwa kutaano nga nzija wano ninnaaba.
Lazima bw'obango olina obulwadde bugenda nga buwonye.
There are two sites at the Kitagata Hot Springs. One is managed by the community, and the other, which is historically linked to the Omugabo of Ankole, is now under government control. While the government is modernizing its portion of the springs to foster tourism, the community-run springs serve as an essential economic and cultural resource, generating revenue, creating jobs, and supporting a local market for products, especially food bought by visitors.
And as they come, of course, they need to eat and drink. And so we as villagers, we take our matoke there for sale.
However, climate change has threatened this cherished site, with intense rainfall from October to December causing the Ngalumwenda River to overflow into the hot springs, cooling the waters and diminishing the appeal as a healing sanctuary.
In a rainy season, the cool water comes from Ngalumwenda and enters the hot springs and it cools.
And when there are floods, it is not as hot as it is during the hot season.
According to Nazario Bishaga, the Kitagata Community Hot Springs supervisor and tour guide, the springs were on the brink of extinction just 3 years ago, as floodwaters made waters unusable, deterring visitors.
The people ran away to their homes.
Like during this rainy season, now you would not find people here. Waters would sweep the whole of this place and the hot spring would be submerged.
Flooding is not just a natural occurrence, but is exacerbated by human activities like cultivation and deforestation, which degrade wetlands that could have absorbed the rainfall. As these wetlands are destroyed, water flows directly into the springs, threatening their future.
There are people who had encroached in a neighboring swamp this side, but on the downstream, the people who cultivate around the rivers, the water banks.
In 2021, the community formed a 14-member Kitagata Community Hot Springs Management Committee. It includes representatives from Kasana and Kitagata sub-counties, Kitagata Town Council, the office of the RDC, Sheema District Local Government, the Ibara family who are the landowners, the business community, and 7 elected community members to conserve their cherished natural resource.
This committee is responsible for managing these hot springs on behalf of the greater Kitagata community.
With a clear mission to preserve the hot springs for future generations, the committee has undertaken a series of measures to shield them from climate-related impacts. They began by diverting floodwaters through newly created channels to prevent them from flowing directly into the springs.
The water was just an overflow. So we opened the channel to make sure that the water runs through its stream.
They mobilized community resources, filling sacks with sand to build a dam-like barrier around the springs in defense against floodwaters.
We used the bags and we filled them with sand, so we just dammed the water.
To stop the cool water not to enter the hot springs. You see, the hot spring is between the swamp.
Beyond physical protections, the committee focused on raising awareness among locals about the environmental significance of the hot springs.
But we have also sensitized the people to take care of the environment so that they don't interfere with the swamp.
The hot springs are fully managed with community resources, and visitor fees fund ongoing conservation efforts. Due to this dedication, Kitagata has enjoyed 2 years of uninterrupted access to its healing waters, even during rainy seasons.
It had never happened. Every time it was rainy season, it would be on and off. But now 2 years since we opened part of the drainage.
In collaboration with the National Environment Management Authority and local government officials, the Management Committee has embarked on a long-term plan to restore the surrounding wetlands, which were previously encroached upon by farmers. The goal is to ensure the long-term sustainability of Kitagata Hot Springs, safeguarding it from the damaging effects of climate change and human activities. Herbert Kamoga, NTV.